continuing off the allergies question, I'm still very interested in allergies as a root cause, given that allergies tend to block the nose, causing the tongue to drop from the roof of the mouth with that mouth hanging open. What do you think causes allergies? We discussed diet. You said that there wasn't really a link that had been proven with research. Do you think diet could be part of that? I've also heard over-sanitation could be.
I think there's quite a few theories on the cause of this epidemic in allergies. It's not my area, so I can only speculate.
But it's interesting that we've seen an epidemic of allergies and a rise in allergies at the same time we've seen an epidemic of malocclusion. So I'm wondering if there could be a link.
But there's certainly a link in the cause. That malocclusion is secondary to allergies. Of course, if you can't breathe out of your nose, you're faced with two options. You either die, or you drop your tongue, separate your lips, and open your mouth. This then becomes a habit, which leads on to a change in facial form and vertical growth. Now, actually what's causing these allergies is interesting, and I think 3 points I'll probably make. I do think that diet may be contributing. Our diet today is nothing like our diet was in the past, particularly the broad range of things we eat. And, of course, the suggestion that a lot of things we're adding into the diets, particularly lots of sugary things, may be making this worse.
Do you think hormones could be contributing?
It may be, but of course this is going out of the area where I'm expert on, or where I'm knowledgeable on, shall I say. Now, the hygiene hypothesis, which you alluded to, the sanitation, held some water, but there were some flaws within the hygiene hypothesis. And a better hypothesis, I feel, is the friendly bacteria hypothesis. That it's not that you need a general increase in bacteria, but you need an increase in certain types of bacteria. Specifically, the bacteria we would have grown from grasses and forests. So grasses and trees, because this is the environment we would have spent a predominant amount of our life in, and we would have been there all the time. People these days spend 1 or 2 hours outside, often maximum. Our ancestors have spent, or they would have lived, ate and slept outside. Now, and the third, an interesting area, of course, emanates from the Buteyko breathing philosophy, and this is that this day and age, partly because of our diet, but also because we don't exercise ourselves nearly as much. We're not used to having such an acidic blood balance. We're not used to going into a lactic acidosis. Because of that, we breathe a little bit too much, blowing off our carbon dioxide, altering our blood chemistry, and this may be an underlying problem with leading to allergies. I can take some anecdotal evidence for myself. If I ever go to bed with a blocked nose, I simply follow the routine of the Buteyko breathing. I slow my breathing down, and within 5 minutes, my nose just empties, and I have a clear nose. And it works every time. Now, it's not easy to do. Starving yourself of oxygen is not easy. Building up your carbon dioxide is not easy, but it seems to work.